going on, everyone? Welcome to another week of MediaScope. I can already see the whole gang is here. Well, not the whole gang, but some of the gang is here. And the important thing is that I'm here and MT Curtis is here. What's going on, MT Curtis?
Hey, what's up with you?
Oh, wow. Something must be really up because you are on fire. Even more on fire than usual. What's up, Nelly and Candy and Cliffy, Yolanda, and David Benjamin Eccles on the Facebook Live side? What's up, Jose? I see you. Also, Jay Zen and Leo. What's going on? Welcome. Hey, Nelly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, welcome to another week of MediaScope. This is, to me anyway, and MC Curtis, the livest media party on a live stream. There aren't many media parties, but
There
this
isn't.
one is one. No, there's not. There's not. There are not a lot of people that talk about. Okay, there are people that talk about tech. There are people that talk about pop culture. There are people that talk about media, but nobody does all three. And that, my
Absolutely.
friends, is the contribution to the field. Nobody cares. Okay. Anyway, what's up, David Benjamin Eccles? How's it going? All right, all right, all right, says Cliffy. Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, I get so many compliments on this hat. And the thing is, people think it's a little different every time because I always wear it with something different. Same hat, but I have a lot of hats. I have to say that. Frazier, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here on the Facebook side. Thank you so much, guys. This is MediaScope, and my name is Tachi. I talk all about media, tech, and pop culture news, and we have so much fun. If you don't know who I am, I'm a journalist, a filmmaker, media content producer. I'm also a media professor, which is kind of what qualifies me to do all of this. You know what? Let me just pet peeve. You know what bothers me, MC Curtis?
What's that?
There's so many people that will get on live stream, and I am not trying to shake people's hustle, but they don't know a damn thing about what they're talking about when it comes to it. And then there are people that are actually qualified that to talk about it, and people don't, patronize. I'm lucky because I got people and people patronize. Hey, totally outrageous. Long time no see for you. So good to see you. It's been a while. That bothers me.
Yeah, that's true though. But you know what? Sometimes the people who need to be talking about things, they don't do it.
You're right. They don't do it. So if
Yeah,
you can't, because it bothers me when people talk about, I'm going to teach you how to be a public speaker. I'm sorry. When did you get a degree in communication?
yeah,
Because I've been teaching public speaking for 17 years. So when people do it, and I'm like, clearly you're only teaching it because you've done well at public speaking, which is part of it. Part of it is the actual practice part of it, but you
sure.
don't understand the theory behind it, sweetie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll get off of my soapbox, but I just thought about that. Just bothers me. Red, what's going on? Good to see you. And thank you for sharing. Everybody who's sharing on Twitter, giving me hearts and all of that and the thumbs up. Thank you. David Benjamin Eccles says, certified. Howard HU, you know exactly. HU, you know, we don't play. So that kind of stuff bothers me. When I have been academically hazed to know my craft, and here comes somebody making millions off of it. That's really what's getting me. How dare you make millions when I spent millions?
And you got to get out there in the traffic.
That's true. I can't blame anybody but myself. All right. Hugs time. Yay. Time for hugs. That lets you know that you are welcome here. And I so appreciate you being here. This is going to be great. There's a lot going on in the world. Do you know how much is going on in the world of media this week?
How much?
A lot.
Tell us.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah,
So
that's a lot.
much that, as usual, I'm not going to have time to get through everything probably. By the way, let me say thank you, thank you, thank you to the Burton Wire. That is a publication that talks about news of the diaspora, and we are going to be featured on there. In fact, I think we're featured now. We are going to be featured on there, if not already. So you can watch replays of our wonderful broadcasts on theburtonwire.com.
So,
Thank
you
you
know
for
what?
the hugs, Nelly.
You know what would be a good idea? If they could
Tell
actually
me.
embed the video in the Burden Wire on their site so that when people go there, it would actually be able to watch it live. Is that possible? I mean, something you can talk with them about or maybe just a suggestion.
Yes, I love how you're trying to work out business in the stream.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry. It just never
no,
mind. Let's
it
talk
is.
about it later.
Well, it's easy to do with YouTube, which is why, and you
Hmm.
could do it live. I don't know. We'll talk to Nsinga and see how that works. We'll see how that works.
Because you
Because
can,
I know if I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, that's a no-brainer.
right.
But with other things, embedding the player and doing the code, it might be a different thing. So,
Yeah,
but it may be
yeah.
doable. Look who's here, Levi, the
Oh,
king firer of
trouble.
firers. You better get up and get right and get straight, my friend, because Levi is here. Jansko, hey, what's going on? Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. Gail Taylor, welcome on the Facebook Live side. All right, guys. So let's talk about this whole concept of fake news. You know how I kind of detest the concept of fake news because there has always been news that has been false, ladies and gentlemen, since the days of yellow journalism, William Randolph Hearst, where they used to have fake stories to sell newspapers. Okay, so fake news is not a new phenomenon. It is just a buzzword now because certain someones have made it buzzwords.
Who
A
is
buzzword.
that certain someone?
I don't know. I don't like to
His,
curse in public.
his
Anyway,
his name slips your mind.
yeah, can't think about it. I don't know, but but it's not just that certain someone. There are a few certain someones that want, and see again, that's the problem with not having critical thinking skills. So I can't stand the concept of fake news, but we're going to talk about it now. So Egypt, we're going to start off with Egypt. They are passing a law. A fake news law to stop. Thank you for photo one. To stop. Gare Bear, Texas. Thank you for inviting followers and for being here. To stop and CJA, welcome on the Periscope side. They are have a law or have proposed a law that would he who must not be named exactly. Yo Tachi and MC Curtis says Levoc.
Hey
Thank
there.
you. You might have a job to do later, so stick around, my friend. I hope all is well at the aquarium. Damn you, William McKinley, right, Cliffy? Exactly. So, in the same week that Zuckerberg insisted that Facebook should not be in the business of determining what is false and what is true, Egypt stepped forward and said, well, we'll do it. So what they're doing, their government media watchdog group is having or has put in place anti-fake news legislation. Okay,
Hmm.
so any content that is deemed harmful or false will be, of course, banned. They're trying to remove and ban that. And this is not just news outlets, people. Hey, CJA123, welcome. Thank you for being here. This is not just news outlets, people. This is also, if you're just regular Joe Blow like you and I, and you happen to have 5,000 plus followers, that qualifies you as a news outlet, ladies and
Interesting.
gentlemen. Yes, right? So,
Very
according to
interesting.
Reuters, it's a new law which critics deride as basically social media censorship. So, a lot of people are saying, well, this is censorship disguised as a fake news crackdown. And they're going to categorize Facebook and Twitter users, as well as blogs and websites with more than 5,000 followers, as media outlets. And so you are then required to get a permit from the government to
Hmm.
operate.
So
So, go ahead.
is it just a money making opportunity for those in Egypt, or are they really concerned about the fake news?
So again, critics are saying that this is just a social media crackdown,
Hmm.
probably to squash free press, freedom of press,
Hmm.
and freedom of expression. This is what some critics are saying,
Hmm.
and I guess there are others that are saying, okay, well, the ban is good. There's a lot of fake news that, or quote unquote false news that is out there. So this is a way for us to control it. I see it as a little bit of both, probably. It's
Interesting.
probably a little bit of both. Skirl Crimbob, interesting name. Thank you for being here. Um, Ernest Goodley says, doubling down today. Hey, Ernest, I didn't realize you were there. Well, thank you for being here with that Black Fred Flintstone avatar. That's interesting. Thank you for being here. And Candy, thank you for being on the Facebook side as well. Jose says, since the days of stone tablets, absolutely, since the days of papyrus and cuneiform. Okay, and Egyptian symbol. So they're trying to, there's always been false news. Absolutely. So, but think about what this means for the average Egyptian. This means that, first of all, keep your following to 4,999 and you'll be good. because it's for 5,000 plus. Cliffy says, well, Egypt is a full-scale dictatorship crackdown lately. Absolutely. So this is part of it. This is part of it. I can't say that none of it is a concern about fake news being spread through social media outlets and media. I'm not saying that it can't, that none of this is about that, but I would largely guess that most of it is about squashing freedom of press and freedom of
Mm,
expression.
interesting.
So yeah, let's see what happens with that. But that's what's happening in Egypt now. I'm interested to see what other countries will follow suit with that. Right now, our internet and social media laws, even though the FCC has a little bit to do with it, really it's self-regulated. So that's up on the good, fine people at like places like Facebook and Twitter with fine, upright people to kind of self-regulate.
Yeah, about that.
Mm, exactly. So anyway, that's what's happening in Egypt. And to make matters worse, the Egyptian bill it has to be signed before by Egypt's president Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. But to make matters worse, the Egyptian bill does not elaborate on what fake news means. So it's going to be, well, we deem this to be fake news, and it could be. So that's
Interesting.
the other dangerous thing about having government involved in it. It's what they deem to be fake news. Oh, you're standing on the door stealing Wi-Fi, says Leva. Levok, you are a trooper. You are a trooper, and you're the chief firer on the MediaScope show. Get fine and upright, MC Curtis. Get fine and upright. Yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on in Egypt. Let's move on from Egypt. Could I have two? I've been talking about this all day. It's been in my social media feed. Plus, guys, if you ever want to know sometimes I post some of these things on Instagram and of course on Facebook and LinkedIn. So you can check, and Twitter, of course, you can check some of these things out. So TV channeling, my co-host from the TV channeling podcast, Kevin No Malone, is here. Welcome, Kevin. Good to see you. So let me tell you, what you're seeing here, to me, it doesn't look that delicious, but I'm not trying to be a hater. Everybody is into the meal kit game. We talked about this on Instagram. Everybody loves meal kits, from HelloFresh to any local vegan things. Apron, what is the one? Blue Apron.
Blue
Okay,
Apron.
so there are all sorts of meal kits. Do you order meal kits at all?
I don't. I don't.
Do you eat?
I do, but not. I don't order meal kits.
Okay, but you cook.
I do.
I'm still waiting for my sweet potato pie. Anyway, so says him, he can cook. I'll be the judge of what cooking is, sir.
Actually, very well.
I see food and everything is better, says Totally Outrageous. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Okay, Levok, thanks for being here. He's going back to work. I will text you if we need for MC Curtis to be fired. Spade of Aces, welcome. Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. Okay, so, and Imberdiga, welcome on the Periscope side. So, they now have meal kits, a certain fast food, and they're actually the first fast food joint to do this. Chick-fil-A will now offer meal kits in the Atlanta area. That's right.
Interesting.
The ones with the breaded, greasy chicken breasts that have questionable practices, they're having a meal kit.
Wow.
Could I have the next photo? What is this? 2A, 2B?
2A.
Whatever the next one is. Totally Outrageous says, you got me and Curtis to laugh. I shall cherish this. We laugh at you all the time. Okay, so this is an example of the meal. So they've got all sorts of meals. So what you saw was like a chicken with
pasta, wasn't it? Pasta.
Pasta, like with like spaghetti and tomato, and this looks like a chicken with their superfood side
with greens,
salad,
chicken with greens.
No, they're not collards. I would never eat collards from Chick-fil-A. I wouldn't. I don't. You have to be careful with collards. It could be all sorts of sand and grit in there. So no. And then fingerling potatoes with. I'm sorry, this is not looking that delicious to me. Can I have the next?
It's not
Picture,
appetizing
please.
at all. There you go.
Now these are supposed to be their chicken enchiladas.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised
I'll
they're
take
chicken.
Mexico for 200, Alex.
Right.
No, no, no. Okay, totally outrageous says I think the first was chicken parmesan. Well, no, there wasn't a parmesan sauce like that. And if that's supposed to be chicken parmesan, take it back. That is not right.
Like,
Yeah, no, you know
start
what? You're
over.
right. Maybe that was chicken parmesan with spaghetti.
That
Let
first
me
one?
be quiet. And then this next one is flatbread.
Yeah, I read your post a little bit ago on MediaScope on your page here, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have enough selections. I didn't think.
No, well, okay, they don't want to start too big. What do you want?
Oh,
Publix or Safeway?
right, right,
You
right.
can't do that. Piggly Wiggly, you can't do that. So it's a test. They're testing it in the Atlanta market until November. That's the only place for right now that you're going to be able to get it to decide whether or not they're going to go with this. So they're
Piggly
testing it.
Wiggly.
They're called mealtime kits. Isn't that nice and just inventive? Who would have
Yeah.
thought mealtime kits? Welcome, Noah, to your first day on Periscope. Thank you for being here. David Benjamin Eccles says, make that 2 pies about the sweet potato. So get to bacon, sir. Get to bacon. Deli says fake food. Yeah, like fake news, fake food. So, but the thing is, this is a new concept for fast food restaurants. No fast food restaurants have done this before. CJA is laughing. Dryer Buzz says they have greens, mac, and yams. At Chick-fil-A,
They are in
the one
Atlanta.
near you,
They are in Atlanta. So that's, yeah.
that's true. They are in the South, but are they good? Or have you all, because you don't want to make the greens and the macaroni and cheese and yams, convince yourself that it's good because you don't want to do it? Because that's like some of these commercial pizzas. Look, I'm a New Yorker. I'm used to good pizza. Curtis is a Chicagoan.
Yep.
He's used to good pizza.
Absolutely.
So when you come with these shout to remain nameless national chains of pizzas that are basically catsup on cardboard, I'm like, yuck and a half. Why? Who would yuck and double yuck? This is not pizza. This is catsup and cardboard.
Why
So
why do
when
they
you
want to start in
try to go
Atlanta?
ahead,
I'm curious.
huh?
I'm curious. Why do they want to start in Atlanta?
You know what? I don't know. Dryer Buzz is Chick-fil-A originally from Atlanta? I don't remember originally where it's from.
I
So
didn't think they
I
were.
don't. But Atlanta's a huge market. They probably did some market research to say so. Okay, here are some statistics, guys. In terms of the people, let's see, they have restaurants differ from the fast chicken. Oh, interesting. But my question is it good? That's my question. So here's the thing. Okay, yes, good pizza. Exactly. Right, Web Girl? She's from New York. She knows. Good pizza. You need more greens. We all need more greens, right? Get you a slice. And see, I'm in Florida. There are some good like brick oven places and stuff here, but there are no like New York or Chicago style
Right.
pizzas. But there's some really nice like Italian brick oven pizzas that I enjoy. But sometimes you want that slice.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Let me stop because I am a little hungry. Dwarf House Restaurant, is that what it's called? Or I don't know. Anyway, corporate here. Okay, the corporate is there. So the corporate, Dry Bus says the corporate of Chick-fil-A is in
Oh,
Atlanta.
okay,
So
okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it or if their market research determined that this would be a good market.
Or
So think
maybe they
about it,
eat more
guys.
chicken in Atlanta.
Huh?
Maybe they have more chicken sales in Atlanta.
That could be it too. There could more people maybe eat chicken, or they eat a high percentage of chicken, or really love Chick-fil-A.
Right,
They
right.
may have a lot of stores.
Right, right.
Okay, so that's another thing. So if you think about it, their meal kits have not been doing super well. They've been
Mm,
doing okay. They're about what 16% of the people that buy food that subscribe to meal kits, and part of the thing is people don't want to be bothered with paying for a subscription
mm.
all the time. Maybe I don't have 15.99 this week.
Right, right. And what happens if your meal comes late?
Oh, they probably will pay for it, so they probably ensure that it doesn't come late.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Chick-fil-A spending major on redevelopment. Okay, and that's another thing. That is
Okay.
another thing as well. So they're spending majorly on redevelopment. 16% buy meal kits. Also, but 27% of the population eats out at least once a week. So
Hmm.
what they're trying to do is to grab their hands into that 27% of the population that would eat out, or that would enjoy cooking a meal. But my thing is, I'm not compelled, and these things cost. It serves two people. These things cost 15.80 or so nearly $16.
Wow.
Here's the thing. If you go to Chick-fil-A, a meal is about $8 or $9,
Right.
right?
Right.
But now I'm paying $8 for my half, and I still have to cook it. In what alternate universe does this make any sense? For some, it may. Chosen Mogul, what's going on? Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. Okay, Ernest Goodley says that Chick-fil-A originated in Alabama, sorry, in Atlanta. That Ernest
Oh.
says that Atlanta is its own base. Okay, great. So
Okay.
that could be part of it.
Okay.
Number two, corporate is there. Number three, they looked at the statistics in terms of who is likely to do this, and they did it. But you know what? I could be talking out of the back of my head because Atlantans may love this concept.
Right. Right.
Let's
Right.
see. Totally Outrageous said, now, if Boston Market did one, sign me up. I could see Boston Market before
Yes.
Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely.
Chick-fil-A, right, right?
I agree.
Because Boston Market is dinner. That is
Yeah.
like daily Thanksgiving or Sunday dinner. Regardless of how good it is or whatever, the concept is there. So
Hmm.
I could totally see them giving you a chicken to bake. I could totally see them giving you some other thing. I could see that
Right.
happening.
Right. Right.
Chick-fil-A is too specific of a concept. Fried chicken sandwiches.
Chicken.
That is the concept for them.
Chicken a
It's
la
too
king.
specific of a concept. Say again?
I said chicken a la king. Chicken tacos. Chicken with pasta. Chicken with fettuccine. Chicken with.
Are you trying to make me a liar, MC
No. No.
Curtis? Is
No.
this
No.
what?
No. No.
Weebach?
No. No. I was just saying that
Okay.
Chick-fil-A just sells only chicken, so there's only so much they can do with it.
No, that's true. No, you're absolutely right. Whereas Boston Market sells meatloaf and some other types
Right.
of meat, and so their
Exactly.
meats and sides, they're like complete
Right.
dinner.
Right.
Southside NYC 718, welcome. That means you're in a borough that's not Manhattan. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Dryer Buzz says article a few years back about meal kit industry employees and facilities noted unusual aggression. Well, there is such a ridiculous deadline for these things, I'm sure. Curtis, you just brought up, what if they're late? You
Yeah.
can't be
Yeah.
late. You can't be late. So I'm sure the pressures are immense at these factories. Jose says, wow, but are they healthy? Do you see them?
Blue
Are
Apron.
chicken enchiladas from a fast food restaurant healthy? Let's be clear.
But isn't Blue Apron supposed to be healthy? I've never ordered for them, but I
Yeah,
was just.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But see, have you seen what Blue Apron and plated meals and HelloFresh meals look like after? They look like fresh food. It is fresh food. They're just
Okay.
packaging it and
Right.
they portioned it so you can cook it and they tell
Right.
you how to do it.
Right. Right.
This is the same thing, but it comes with their, I don't know. Hello, Lechi Kadu. How are you? Thank you for being here. Chick-fil-A Dwarf House between Boston Market and Waffle House. Waffle House. That is one place I will never eat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I used
Whenever
to
I
love the Waffle House, man, but
Oh,
yeah,
a lot of people did. But
yeah.
I just looked inside, like I'd never been to a Waffle House before, and a lot of people they're like, "You ain't never been to Waffle House?" I'm like, first of all, I can't understand what you're saying. Can you slow it down a little bit? You never been to Waffle House? No, I have not ever been to Waffle House. So they're like, "Oh, we have to take you." No, thank you. I look inside every time I pass by it, and I'm like, just doesn't look cleanly. It may be. I'm not accusing you of lack of cleanliness, but the ones I passed didn't look cleanly. Therefore, I shan't be eating any of your waffles. Plus, I don't think I like the way you behave. G. Garcia, thank you for being here on Periscope and inviting followers. Good to see you. I'm Chick-fil-A Dwarf House. Why is it called Dwarf House, Dryer Buzz? Bubba Gump Chicken. Oh, gosh. There is a Bubba Gump Shrimp House. I'm trying not to laugh because Americans love food and fast food and to eat out. And every time I pass like Bubba Gump Shrimp, I mean, it is filled to the gills of people tearing apart shrimp with their teeth and all sorts of things. Totally Outrageous says, me either, don't worry. Exactly. Jasko is laughing. IHOB means IHOB. I mean IHOP is better, right? Yeah, I don't know why they went with this IHOB nonsense. I think they were serious at first, but then they said, "Oh, just kidding.
I thought
We're
they were
still
just
gonna be."
joking. I thought it was just a big joke at first.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't think they meant it to be a joke. I think they wanted it to be International House of Breakfast because that's really what it is. But it makes me know never mind anyway. So that's what's going on the Chick-fil-A front. Who of you is brave enough to try a Chick-fil-A meal? Who's gonna go and try one? Because it's in Atlanta, so Dryer Buzz, that means you have to be our guinea pig. You have to go to a Chick-fil-A. Look at me ordering you. I need you to go to a Chick-fil-A, please, and see what you think of it. If you think you're going to do it. But here's the thing: it's 15.80 about for to feed two people. This means if you have a family of four, you're spending $30.
Jeez.
If I go to Trader Joe's, ladies and gentlemen, do you know how many bags of groceries I could get with $30? At least three.
Tell
The
them to
way
hold.
I shop.
Tell them to hold the raisins too.
But there are raisins in. No, I
No,
think that's
I was talking about
cranberries or.
the.
Huh?
No, I was talking about the Chick-fil-A.
Oh gosh. In the potato salad.
Yeah.
Raisins in the potato
Yeah.
salad.
No raisins. No
Raisins.
raisins. No raisins.
Let's see. I had their catering and was amazed. Well, okay. So Dryer Buzz said they had their catering and you were amazed. Now, here's the thing. I'm wondering what it's going to be like when you actually bring this thing home and cook it yourself. You know, some things don't taste the same as when you
Right.
cook it,
Absolutely.
especially yeah, Boston Market, and you are so right. Um, totally outrageous. Boston Market would be a perfect candidate for this. Alechi is laughing. So yeah, it's not going to be the same. Hot rubbish on a platter. Anyway, thank you, Chick-fil-A, for your service. I think I'll be passing on that one. But if any of you who try it that live in the Atlanta area, please let me know how you like it. I could be totally wrong and off the mark. No potato salad with raisins. Oh, I'm sure the main course, the main side is going to be potato salad with raisins.
With the cat on the count with the cat on the counter.
With the cat on the cat, yeah, the cat on the black cat on the stove. Have you ever seen that picture?
No, I haven't seen
It
that.
is terrible. There is a meme that's why I don't eat at other people's potluck. And it
Oh,
was because it was like a four-quarter thing. One person was washing the collard greens in the bathtub. Another person was like washing stuff in the sink, like not without a basin. And then there was a pot of something like beans or something. And the black cat was like this on the stove looking at it like, I was like, this is exactly why, because there are
right,
black
right.
cats on stoves and all the hair, and it was like right over the pot, like
Yeah. Like,
looking at it like,
what's for
what is
dinner?
this? And I'm sure it was like swallowed. No way, no way.
Right.
Wow, am I frozen?
No,
Okay, no,
not a
I froze for a minute. Now I'm back. Okay. But if they're California raisins, that's different. No, Nelly, it's the same thing. Whether they're from California or Saskatchewan, raisins and potato salad is still raisins and potato salad. So we need to move off of this story because we could be talking about raisins and potato salad all day. Could I have photo 3, please? Jansko is like, it was terrible. David Benjamin echoes, yes, hot rubbish on a platter. Hi, Tishra Salas. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here on the Facebook Live side. It's been a while. And Jorge Washington, my good friend, joint specialist. What's up? How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well. Okay, guys. So let's talk about Uber. Did you hear about this? There was an Uber driver who streamed passengers who were unknown. They were unbeknownst to them. They were being streamed on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
Twitch. Yeah, yeah. So there was this driver who drove for both Uber and Lyft, and he secretly live streamed them. So this was live. This wasn't even just let me videotape you and post it later. This nonsense was live.
Holy
So
cow.
this is according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. This happened in Missouri, obviously. So last week, Jason Gargak streamed more than 700
Holy
of these
cow.
rides since March. So this means he's a busy driver. This means he gets around if he's had about 700 rides since March, right? Right?
Jeez.
Oh, Dr. Vibe, I see you. Hey, and Alizi. Hey, I see you. I see you. You know what? Before I go on with this story, let me say hey to everybody who's come in on the Periscope and Facebook Live sides. My name is Tachi. I'm a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer, and a journalist. And together with my good friend MC Curtis, we do MediaScope, right?
Right.
Okay, you were helpful. Now, back to this. Gargak said to the Post-Dispatch that, quote, listen now, I tried to capture the natural interactions between myself and the passengers. What a Lyft and Uber ride actually is. So is this your justification for live streaming people who didn't know? Now, Missouri is a state where only one party needs to be aware that a recording is happening for it to be legal. But I said this on Instagram Live. How does that make sense? Because there would be no recording if at least one person didn't know.
Absolutely.
So why are you putting the one person?
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, so that's what's with that. So 700 rides he streamed live on Twitch. So that's the problem. Also the fact that the internet does what the internet does. So and people put all sorts of, nobody asked you for your opinion, but people put all sorts of mean, terrible things under the, in the comments on Twitch, of course, because people have no couth and have no behavior and no home training.
So you're saying that according to their law, only one person has to approve the recording, and that's the person who's doing the recording?
Mm-hmm. There are a few states that are like that.
That is ridiculous.
One party consent.
So
yeah.
So of course he still has his job.
Well, let's see. So of course he did not tell the passengers. Let's talk about his. He has 4,000 followers and 100 subscribers. So that's not really high. But think about this. On Twitch, $100 is about $350 a month. That's nothing to sneeze at now.
Right.
That exactly. pays for, any of the little things associated. Master CP, good to see you. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So it, that pays for some little things. I wouldn't seize at $350 a month.
Absolutely.
But so he's making, about that and live streaming. So the terrible comments. So shortly after this story came out, Lyft, Uber, and Twitch all cut ties with him, and they disabled his accounts. So these they said that they stress and require that local drivers follow local laws. So I don't know what the laws are about that.
But didn't you say in Missouri that the law was that it was only one party consent?
Yes. The law in Missouri is one party consent, but okay. I don't know in terms of any privacy laws or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Those types of things. So, but that is a legitimate concern that privacy could have been violated. So, when you get into a Jorge says that's unfair on Facebook. Yeah, absolutely. Jorge also says they should know getting into a private car in a one-party state. But you know what? They may not know because nobody is getting into a car expecting to be recorded.
Absolutely.
It's not Cash Cab.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I'd love to be on Cash Cab.
I know, right?
Anyway. Usually used to stream video games live. Yes. I'm sorry. For those of you that don't know Twitch is owned by Amazon. They were bought by Amazon last year, or is it up to 2 years now? Maybe a year and a half ago. And it's most popular with gamers. But there is an in real life area where you could basically stream about anything. So it's getting more popular for anybody to stream now. So think about Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Periscope, Instagram Live. It's like that, but with gamers in mind. It was built for gamers, but now anybody can use it. So you could actually have a Twitch account and stream. So if you have something of value to say, you may be able to gain some followers over there and monetize. Yes. Let's see. It's unfair. It's unfair that they all fired him. Oh, wait, that's unfair. So Jorge thinks it's unfair that they fired him. Interesting. What do you guys think? Do you guys think so? He was working within the letter of the law in that it is a one party. So he did not violate law, but he did violate ethical and moral violations. And there are privacy concerns because, when you get into a cab or whatever, sometimes you strike up a conversation with your Lyft or Uber driver, and you could be telling them all whatnot, and that's being streamed.
Right.
I'm sure you're not putting, card numbers or whatever out there. But does this make you apprehensive, guys? Let me know what you think about that. Jorge says, I'm pro one party consent. Okay. Okay. No, which is fine. Which is fine. I guess that's how some
But
things have been
how?
able to
But
solve because of that. Go ahead.
how does privacy not come into play into this? So whether it's a one party consent or, it just has to come into play with this piece of it, because if it's a one party consent, privacy of what someone's saying or information they're sharing, that that just absolutely has to come into play.
Well, it absolutely does come into play. It's just that are there laws that dictate to
Hmm.
what extent privacy exists?
Right, right,
Probably not.
right,
So Drybuzz says, I'm torn. He should have sought permission. Good and damn well. He wasn't trying to get
right, right,
a
right,
no answer. So he said, I'll just do it. I think it was even if it was not illegal, it was in poor taste and it was ethically and morally bankrupt. You don't do those types of things without, because here's the thing. What if this person was in a Lyft or an Uber and they were being stalked and this their stalker was watching Twitter?
right. Absolutely.
That's a huge safety concern. So yeah, I have a problem with this entire thing. Gare Bear, welcome back. Alizi is laughing.
Like,
Alizi, how are you?
do
Good
you
to
do
see
you
you.
mind if I record you out for my Twitch channel? Are you okay with that?
And probably people are going to write terrible things about you and talk about you because that's the kind of
Absolutely.
thing I do. Are you good with that? Great. Record. Ernest Goodley says it has to be one person in the conversation. You can't set a mic to record unsuspecting people from a distance. Right, but yeah, true, but that's still one person who knows about it. So I mean that's not clear. So okay, one person in the conversation. Okay, I get it. So one person that's actually also involved in the conversation, not like setting up to record. I get it. It is a silly difference, and it's a small difference. So cabs, totally outrageous says cabs and getting in a car service can be awkward already. Now with the threat of being recorded. Okay, guys, I don't want to scare you. I don't think the majority of Uber and Lyft users are setting up cameras to stream you anywhere. I think this was one stupid guy because it was stupid. Why would you do that? And if in fact you wanted real life Uber drivers or whatever, turn it into a reality show and get paid for it.
Right.
Do it legitimately. Get consent. As a producer myself, as a director producer, and making documentaries, you get consent. So it's morally and ethically wrong, even if it is not legally wrong. Let's see. I've seen cars with camera notifications, but not for entertainment. Right. Well, see, we don't know how to act. We can't have. This is why we can't have nice things,
Right,
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
Oh, a
Sorry, you
camera.
meant with the guy you're talking about. Right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, oh, a camera. Hey.
Exactly, right? Jorge says, but he should put you may be recorded sign visible. Yes. Okay, so whenever you are filming anything, you are required, basically it depends on where you are, but you're required to let people know that they may be on camera and they need to give consent. Because what will happen if you use their likeness and they were unaware, they could sue you when it
Hmm.
comes to that, especially for entertainment. What if one of these passengers argues, well, Twitch is like, is basically for entertainment. This was like a live stream movie. I didn't give my permission, so I
Absolutely.
want my cut, or I'm going to sue you for XYZ. Raganak, or whatever your name is. I'm not even going to bother to get his name right. So
Raganek.
Raganak, you messed up with this one. You've opened up a whole can. That was just not thinking. Master CP says future legislation, state or federally, will need to be made to make this more clear. Yes, it needs to be clearer, 100%. So here's the thing. Usually legislation happens reactively. So now after the fact, all of this has happened. We have never been a proactive nation. We do everything after the fact. So now that this has happened, legislators are going to have to look at, all right, how do we handle this now? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. All right. So by Uber driver on to Google. Could I have 3A people? Let me tell you something about Google. Google is already worth more than 800 billion with a B.
Wow.
Hey, Smictax, thanks for being here. His state was a one-party consent state. Yes, it was. Oh, that's a bot. Get out. Okay. Raganak sounds like an 80s cartoon villain. Yes, Raganak, it does, right? Made by Hanna-Barbera.
Right.
Anyway, right? Google was already worth more than $800 billion, and they're short of Apple, okay? But now they're jumping into this batch of companies that are on their way to being trillion dollar companies.
Yes.
Trillion.
Wow.
Thank you, bot, for the repeat, right? Dumb bots. Trillion. Is this even imaginable? This blows my mind, guys, that we're at this point where we're talking about companies being worth $1 trillion.
Wow.
We've surpassed the bees. That's like Dr. Evil in what's the name of the movie with Mike Myers?
I don't know.
You are not helpful.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Ron, no, you're never late to the party. Nope, nothing is ever late on MediaScope. Dr. Evil. You don't know MC Curtis?
No, I don't.
Austin Powers, that's it. You've never seen an Austin Powers movie?
No.
Moving on and quickly before I get into it.
No.
So Dr. Evil, remember that part where he was like, he had a scheme because he was going to steal $1 million. And people are laughing because they're like, 1 million is not a lot of money. So if you're a millionaire now, you are like in small league. Thank you, totally outrageous, Austin Powers. We're talking, Nelly says gazillion next. Isn't zillion after trillion? Austin Powers, thank you. Austin Powers, thank you, guys. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but thank you, Austin Powers. Companies making profit is capitalism, but I'm also in favor of them paying their fair share of taxes. Absolutely, absolutely. So I have no problem with you making $1 trillion as long as you're paying into the tax system. I have no problem with you doing that. No problem. 1 trillion. This blows my mind. So it's not the thing is it's not just Google. It's also Apple. It's also Amazon. So Alphabet is Google's parent company. In case you didn't know that, remember a few years back, the parent they came under the umbrella of Alphabet because they didn't want to just be defined by the search engine. So they substantially outperformed market expectations in the second quarter by bringing in 32.66 billion, a 26% increase year over year, people. And Jeez. Maybe even more significantly, it's a faster increase than it saw in the same quarter last year.
Wow.
Deal with that. I don't know why I'm doing that because it's not me. But anyway, wow. If it was me, I'd be doing it. Oh, totally outrageous. Thank you so much and enjoy your dinner. Are you perhaps having a meal kit from Chick-fil-A?
Chicken, maybe?
Chicken, maybe? And let me know how you enjoyed it. You need to talk to Boston Market about that meal kit idea. That is gold. Xavier Too Real, thank you for being here on the Periscope side. So, yeah, absolutely. Alphabet, that's huge. That is huge. So we're in this age now that we are beyond million, beyond billion. We're going into companies that are grossing that are worth more, rather, 1 trillion. A 26%, 26% year over year increase. Wow. That is huge. So in the second quarter, revenue in 2017 was a 21% jump from the one in 16. So this is 26%, people. This is huge. Oh, hey, thank you. I'm glad you love the hat. Araya, what's going on? 1906, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Now you're hungry, right? We've been talking about chicken. We talked about chicken solidly for about the good 20 minutes, right?
I know, right?
We don't know how to act on MediaScope. So anyway, yeah, huge deal, huge difference. I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this? What do you think, MC Curtis? Is this too much money? And when money equals power, is this too much money and power for one company to have?
I don't know. I'm still trying to count the zeros. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I'm right. I'm still trying to count the zeros.
Right.
Absolutely. Claudia Santiago, I saw you just joined. Thank you for joining us on the Facebook Live side. All right, well, off of Google onto cord cutting. Cord cutters unite. Could I have photo 4, please? Is this because of data? Yeah, largely.
Absolutely.
Remember, data is gold. Remember when I had
Absolutely.
the guy from Afro Life TV who was like, data is the new electricity, basically.
Absolutely.
Data is gold. So partially yes. Partially yes. Absolutely. Waiting for Curtis to mispronounce something blackish. Says Araya. He will. Don't
That's
worry.
funny.
Don't worry. Don't worry. He will. Cord cutting is happening faster than projected. So remember all these people
That's funny.
sitting on their laurels, Comcast, sitting on their laurels, Time Warner Cable, and all these cable companies. They'll never cut the cord. They're too addicted to HBO and all the other things we play the same things on 25 times a day. Okay, we're on to you, and we cut the cord. I need to have my scissors. Anyway, so streaming services are going to dominate the entertainment landscape. In case you didn't know, let's see. I mean, Xavier says, I mean, is really big data mining parent company Alphabet and cutting cords about tracking. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what. Put it in again. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. Oh, buyers. Okay. New updates for UR Brax app. Oh, there's so much out there. I haven't been on Brax in a minute. I need to get back on. In fact, tonight I'm going to do that. Thank you for letting me know about the new updates. And I actually don't have the app. I use web based. So thank you for letting me know about that. Cheryl Murphy, thank you for being here on the Periscope side. Hey, Claudia. Tish Rosales says my partner in Kai, MC, is a pretty cold dude. He is. MC Curtis is pretty about it. Master CP says the days of watching programs on broadcasters' time is over. Overpriced cable boxes are. Oh, people, it's done. It is over. I said this last week, and I will continue saying it. You will never see me again on a traditional cable service. There's too much other content out there to watch. And who's the largest generation now, guys? Who is the largest generation? MC Curtis?
Millennials.
Thank you. You sound very sad about that. But
No.
yes, millennials. Millennials don't watch traditional linear entertainment. They like things like YouTube. They watch things through mobile devices. Not that they don't watch at all, but I know so many millennials personally who don't even own television sets.
Right.
They watch everything on their tablets or their computers or their phones. So you want the largest generation to conform to what you're doing. It's not going to happen. This is why cord cutting is happening faster than ever before. That on top of it's almost like $200 a month for what? That's a car note. Why would I do that?
Absolutely.
Master CP said he did sound sad. You did, MC.
No,
Okay.
I just said.
You sounded sad.
Sorry, this last sound.
Okay. You just have a sad sounding
yeah.
voice.
No,
okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Xavier Too Real says it's about tracking consumer behavior and offering more of consumers' privacy to advertisers. Xavier, spot on. Absolutely. Jose says Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Video, YouTube, TV, Sling, AT&T, Watch Our Kings. Exactly. There's also PlayStation View, right? There are a lot of things. Millennials are on IGTV, Snapchat, and YouTube. Yes, they're also on social media too. They're watching content through social media, and I'm about to wash my eyes out with soap because if I see that Kiki thing one more time, I've been trying to avoid it. I cannot.
I finally seen it. Just like
so you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing it over and over and over.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But some news about that. So now it's like, there are real concerns about safety with this because people are getting out of cars and they're moving. I'm like, this is not cute. They're allowed safety because we don't know we can't have nice things.
Safety concerns about this Kiki?
Well, the song, because you've seen the challenge, right?
Right.
So the car will slow down, but it's still a moving car. They get out and dance.
Oh,
like in the middle of the road.
I see. I seen that. I don't know if it was I think it was a meme or I don't know if it was real or not, but this Asian guy on Facebook, he hopped out of his car. He was doing this dance here, this challenge here. His car was still moving. He went to go back in his car. The door's locked.
Good for him. Good for him. That's exactly what you get. This is what we're talking about. Locked doors, God forbid any accidents or whatever. We're already distracted. Do we need a more distracting challenge I think beyond the fact that I'm tired of the song, no disrespect, Drake, because I like you, Drake, but the fact that people have now made this challenge, now we're putting danger on the road. So that's the news end of the Kiki challenge. Besides, I'm tired of it.
What is wrong
Natalie
with
Crew,
people?
troublemaker number one. What's up on the Facebook Live side? And she said, Curtis didn't get fired yet. Dang, no, Levock had to leave. He had to go back to work, but we were on the verge. We were almost there.
Hey, Natalie.
You didn't play her song. Oh, now you're fired for real. You didn't play her theme music.
She surprised me.
See. Anyway, here we go. I'm missing a comment. So give me a second. I'm trying to catch up on comments. Xavier Terrell says, my question, what would happen if the U.S. regulated streaming and social media like the U.K.? Good question. That is a good question. And I would love for you all to jump in on this. I think that there would be massive outcry because we are not in the habit of regulating things at all when it comes to the web, when it comes to social media, when it comes to anything electronic. We are hard pressed to regulate new media, new things. We really are. So I think there would be a huge outcry, consumer outcry, if those things did happen. We're just not used to that level of regulation. Now, should there be regulation when it comes to things? Yes. Bloody well, yes. But I think there would be huge consumer outcry because we're not used to that. We are, in many things, we're largely unregulated, and new
But
media
that's
is
that's
one of the
dangerous,
big
though.
things.
You know, that's dangerous. Just
You're
really,
telling me?
you know.
Yes, I know it's like everything should be but it's not going to be regulated. Yeah, no, no, and not if lobbyists have anything to say
Yeah.
about it.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
saying, just saying. Anyway, Sweet Peaches. Hey, 1111. Welcome on the Periscope side. Natalie Cruz says Curtis doesn't even know who Kiki is. This is the one time I wish I was as old as 85 years old. So, MC Curtis.
Whatever, Natalie.
She said, not only do you not know who Kiki is, you are 85 years old.
I know who Kiki is.
Oh, he just now. Um, yes, yes, yes. All right. So, yeah, that is the thing with cord cutting. It is growing faster than what we thought and faster than expected. And I'm not surprised in the least. Not only do people want choice, we want choice, right? But we also want to be able to control costs. We're so busy now. When do you actually have time, besides me, the TV addict? Who else has time to sit down and watch television? If you don't work from home, and when you're working from home, guess what? You're working. So to justify paying $200 a month on cable, there is no justification.
Absolutely not.
So, yeah, absolutely. Dr. Vibe says you need Natalie to co-host an episode. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a good
And
idea.
no, absolutely, absolutely. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the MediaScope fam. We'll start doing some of those and having some of you come on and co-hosting with me, especially those of you that are vocal. I would love it, especially troublemaker number one, Natalie Crew. So, guys, speaking of that, okay, we only have a few minutes left, so I'm going to run through some stuff, and then because I have some videos I want us to watch. Speaking of which, next week, okay, Sunday is the 3-year anniversary of MediaScope, guys. Sunday is 3 years. And clearly, MC Curtis is not ready with any clapping. Thank you. Can you at least clap manually? You're so fired. Anyway, you're so fired.
I'm sorry.
So it's the 3-year anniversary of MediaScope. So we didn't celebrate today because I didn't want to do it beforehand, but next week we will. And I will be contacting some of you because we're going to do like we did last year and have like a live media party with a bunch of us on talking about the stories. So 3 years, it's big. 3 years of solid media. Yeah, wow, says Natalie Crew. Absolutely, it's 3
It's
years.
massive. It's massive.
July 29th. Sorry, go ahead.
I said it's massive.
It is. It's huge. It really is. There's so many people that started streaming when I started streaming, when Meerkat and everything, and they've stopped. So it's a big deal. I just love you guys so much. I love streaming. I wouldn't. Alizi says, party at Tashi's this Sunday, not bloody likely. Nobody will be sitting on the green couch.
I was about to say on the green couch.
Green couch. Yeah, no, that's Araya's thing. Party at the green couch. We will not. Not today. Yay, chose the mogul. Thank you. Yes. Yay. Thank you, Dr. Vibe. Yes, 3 years. He told us about Cambridge Analytica 3 years ago. Oh, you're talking about Rob. Yeah, no, Rob is on the money. Jansko is clapping. Thank you, Jansko. You did more than MC Curtis did. I had to tell him to give me manual claps.
I got a lot of controls and buttons to push back here.
And somehow you'd like me to bake you biscuits for that, sir? For this you want a cookie? I used to stream a lot, but I stopped, says Xavier. Whoever you are, you just joined. Welcome, whoever you are, on Periscope. Okay, so let's go on. I want to talk about, okay, guy, I have to talk about this. I have Photo 7. You guys know that I am, what are my 3 favorite things? MC Curtis, I know you know.
Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Yeah, musicals.
I keep saying musicals. I like musicals. But...
Yeah, the police officers in tight pants and doing musicals.
It's not police officer, it's not cop rock. Let me just help you, because you say the same thing every time and it's always wrong. Hamilton, Tesla, and Doctor Who. 3 of my favorite things. Yes, Ron, exactly. Tesla, Hamilton, right, and Doctor Who. Yes. So I've got a Hamilton story, guys. Hamilton may be headed to the big screen. Yes. Not throwing away his big shot with this one. So according to the Wall Street Journal, it's not going to be a retelling of the story. What they're going to do is bidding on an original cast recording of the show to bring to theaters around the country. So they're just going to be showing it in theaters. So they could be coming to the big screen. So it's a run through of the show that would be released at a later time. So that's what you would be seeing. So for those of you who can't get your hands on Hamilton tickets, oh, love you too, Nelly. Thanks for being here. Yeah, don't let your phone crash. So for those of you that, your friend Conroe is in Hamilton. How awesome is that? Thank you, Doctor Who. Yes, that is awesome. So for those of you who can't get Hamilton tickets, it's not in your city, you could watch this. But I'll say this. One of my other favorite things, you guys didn't know this, is Cirque du Soleil. I love Cirque du Soleil, maybe because I'm a dancer as well, but I love Cirque du Soleil. Every time I'm in Vegas for NAB, I see a different Cirque show. I went to see the movie. There was a Cirque du Soleil movie, and it was in 3D. It's not quite the same. The live is, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a Cirque du Soleil moment. Oh, that is so great. It's great when you know people that are doing well in these Broadway shows or at all. I love it. So let's see. I bet you love the Tesla performance. Oh, the performance, the S. You know what? I do. You know I do. You know I do. And speaking of which, Tesla, you've got a little run for your money. Let's play video 1, shall we? We're going to go a little bit over today. Video 1, sir.
It's hard to believe that the same company that makes the little Moto Chimp electric folding scooter is the same company that has created this, the Dendrobium as it's called, which is an electric hypercar by a company called Vander Electrics. And the CEO of Vander Electrics is here with me now. Hi there, Larissa.
Hi, how do you do?
Really good to meet you. Thanks for inviting us along.
No problem.
This is unbelievable. I mean, this is seriously radical.
So Dendrobium is a genus of orchids, and the Vander is actually Singapore's national flower. So when the car doors open, they open exactly like a bloomed orchid.
Oh, wow.
It was always going to be an electric car. The design hasn't changed much from the original sketch. The teardrop shape is still there, as you can see.
I love the teardrop shape.
Before we embarked on this car, we looked at a few partners to actually work with in terms of the engineering support. And we decided to choose Williams because they're the best at what they do. We have plans to go into production, but we're going to make that decision only after Geneva.
I love the fact that you've got this and then you've got the Moto Chimp, which is just, it looks like 2 completely different ways of thinking, 2 totally different companies. Sorry, Larissa, I am going to get it.
Go ahead.
I can't resist it. I just think it's such a fantastic piece of design. But look at it next to that. This is all swoopy and aero and futuristic, and this is almost like you said, 1960s coffee machine. Could we see the doors do their thing?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Wow. Wow, so it all opens. So Ian, your job, you head up the Williams side of this deal, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Up until now, what sort of projects have you worked on that could relate to this?
Well, I guess Williams Advanced Engineering started, its first project was with Jaguar, the CX-75, sort of a hybrid hypercar. Some of the tech in that came from Williams doing KERS, so that was our start of electrification.
Yeah.
And I guess then we've done the batteries for Formula E for the first 4 seasons, for the whole series. And that sort of moved us into this sort of space, so this whole electric vehicle space. This car itself uses very similar batteries to Formula E, precisely what we're using in the production car. As batteries evolve so quickly, we're still working on with Vanda.
And is it a 4-motor setup?
Okay, cool car, right? Okay, so this is an all-electric car, which is why I said Tesla, you have a little bit of a run for your money. I'm trying to find the price for this car, the pricing for this car. Now, this is not a new car. This was a concept car that made its debut with the Geneva International Motor Show in 2017, and now they're gearing up for production. So this is why the story has come back around, because it was just a concept last year, but now they're gearing up for production. So it was a concept that from the mid 1990s, actually by a Singaporean product design firm, as they said, Vanda. So I think it's really cool that they have this, that the Vanda is that lotus flower and it opens like a lotus. So they paid attention to every detail. I'm trying to find a price. And I can't. So I will look for one and then next week tell you. Because I couldn't find one, but I'm sure it's not the $25,000 of the Model 3.
Right.
So we're talking in the 3-figure range somewhere. So that is that. I'm not going to buy this for you for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I'll buy you the scooter though. That's what I was looking at.
Hey, I'll take the scooter too.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that scooter.
It's interesting how it's so vast. The concept between the scooter and the car is so vast.
Right.
That is really super interesting.
Right. It's the same thing with Kia. The vehicle company. Mm-hmm. They used to make bicycles.
They did. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. So Jorge says it was the doors that go like this. Okay. It has doors that go like batteries. Yeah, exactly. Right. Very impressive door opening, Meg. Yeah. Cause it's more Lotus-like than it is like, okay, on what did we call them? They're butterfly, actually called butterfly doors. I found some people were saying bat doors and all sorts of things, but they're actually called butterfly doors. And so, but this one kind of opens like a lotus. I like that. Ron says, what would be a great concept? One we could afford. Preach, teach, reach, and church, sir. Absolutely. I could probably do the scooter. That's about it. That's about it. Okay, let's go to, we're going to talk about Burger King. All right, so Kuwait is hot. Temperatures have hit about 50 degrees Celsius, which is about 122 Fahrenheit. That is bloody hot. It's the warmest time of the year thus far, but many people are seeking shelter from the sun because of it. Not Burger King. They're trying to get out in the sun to cook your burgers. Could I have video 2, please?
Okay.
Kuwait sees potentially record-setting heat.
Even the weather forecasts say this year's temperatures are much above average.
Kuwait, the hottest place on Earth. 149.6 million kilometers from the sun. But it feels like this. So hot, you can literally flame grill a burger. Burger King Kuwait presents the Sun Flame Grilled Whopper. We built a solar machine that harnesses the power of the sun's rays to create the ultimate flame grill experience. When the temperature reaches a staggering 122 Fahrenheit, it is time to cook our Sun Flame grilled burgers. The Sun Flame Grilled Whopper, available for a limited time in Kuwait every time the temperature reaches 122 Fahrenheit. The Sun Flame Grilled Whopper. We don't just flame grill, we sun flame grill.
First Chick-fil-A and their yucky meals, and now a Sun Flame grilled burger. Are you all clamoring for this Sun burger? Are you clamoring for Burger King? How about that? Asia!
Schedule my flight
welcome.
right now.
Huh?
Scheduling my flight right now.
Oh, just so you could get one. You don't even have to do that. You could just go to Phoenix. Jorge says, just like Phoenix. Exactly.
Right.
William Slice Jr., welcome for being here. Thank you. Jorge says, that suit is no joke. You need it. No, absolutely. But you know they're hot. Forget cooking in the sun. Just. Oh.
Jeez.
I used to we had family friends that lived in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And they talked about how it used to get hot. All right, so coming to a Burger King Kuwait near you, Sun Flame grilled burgers. I prefer the name Sizzle Burger. Ron, that would be so good. I don't know why they didn't come up with Sizzle Burger. Absolutely. All right, and our last story for today, because I got to let you go. Let's talk about the Segway. There's a new thing, not the Segway scooter that we're used to. There's a new way to get away on a Segway. Let's have video 3, please. So now you could get around without, like I said, you would on a Segway. It's very lazy of us. They look kind of cool, but you know, they're automated. So again, they're self-balancing roller shoes. They were, and they're like scooters basically for your feet. Ron says, okay, take my money. Tish says, the look on my face says it all. Jorge says, no way, Jose. Are you talking about the burger or the skates, basically? So this is just a demonstration right now. When they are built, they're going to cost you $400. Oh, no, I'm sorry, $399. Not
okay, that's better.
Under $400.
That's better.
That's better, right? $399, $400. That's ridiculous. But $399, I could do.
Right.
TV Chadley says, drifting into traffic. Absolutely. I can see that. I'm going to open up a Hoverland instead of a Skateland. But that would be a cool concept. We're laughing, but that would be a cool concept. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jose says, okay, fine, my name, I get it. Love them. I want a pair, says David Benjamin Eccles. All right. So they weigh about 7.7 pounds. They top out at 7.5 miles per hour. And your riding time depends on the riding style and terrain. But you could get about 45 minutes of riding per charge. So that's enough to get you from like here to Miami Gardens, maybe.
Right.
Right. So you can get you can't get back home.
Yeah. I was gonna say, where do you charge them up at?
Yeah, maybe you know how Tesla has charging stations. Maybe they could make these Segway skate charging stations.
You're rolling with a battery pack with you? Roll down the street with a battery pack?
Well, you could do that. I don't even know. Okay, so this this shut down on me, guys. I know you can still see me on Facebook Live. No, not Facebook Live. On Periscope. So, but I have to start this up because I want to say goodbye to you properly. So let me start it back up. We almost made it too without this shutting off on us. Remember back in the day, we would just be
Yes.
gone and I'd have to restart. So we're moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky high. All right, let me see if I can find myself so that I can see your comments and say goodbye. Where am I? I can't see myself. Okay. So in any case, as I'm looking for you guys to say goodbye, that's it. I can't see myself. Did it stop? This is so weird. Oh no, here I am. Okay, there we go. See, Periscope has a vendetta against me. I'm telling you. But in
She's
any
on.
case,
She's on.
they have a vendetta. I don't know what I did to displease the Periscope gods, but every time there's always a problem. All right, guys. So we're done. I know I went over, but I wanted to get all of this in, and I thank you guys for staying. Hopefully, no battery fire hazard, says Jose. That is another thing. I don't know what the battery is. We shall see. Thank you for the thumbs up and the hearts, and you're sad that I'm leaving on the Facebook Live side. But I'm glad you stayed here with me. I'm like so over, but thank you. All right, MC Curtis, any last words?
Tell Natalie I do know who Kiki is.
Natalie, as if you can't hear him,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
he does know who Kiki is. Thank you, Alizi. So tune in next week, guys. We're going to do the big celebration for the 3rd year anniversary of MediaScope. It is going to be lit and live, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So until then, I love you for watching. I bid you adieu. MC Curtis, myself, and you guys, MediaScope family, we're all going to exit this way, stage left, this way, stage left. Okay, no, this way, whatever. Bye.
Bye.